Okay, so hello everyone. In this video, pag-uusapan po natin ang tinatawag nating osmotic pressure. Ayan. Si osmotic pressure naman, it's another colligative property ng ating solution where gaano ba kabilis ang diffusion ng ating mga solute sa isang water. Okay? Ganun, isa yun sa mga bagay na tinitingnan ng osmotic pressure. Another thing na tinitingnan using the osmotic pressure is paano yung transfer, gano kataas yung pressure na ginagawa ng isang solution kapag merong uneven yung amount of concentration of solute from a solution to another solution, which is basically an important context na ginagamit natin to determine whether the solution would be hypotonic, isotonic, or hypertonic. Well, if you still remember those types of tonicity, ang osmotic pressure po ang ginagamit natin to measure the difference in pressure or tinitingnan natin sa paano yung flow ng tubig. Now, remember that the flow of water is always dependent on kung sino sa solution ang mas higher ang concentration. Diba? So, ang tinitingnan natin doon, ang flow ng water is always from higher concentration of water to lower concentration of water. Ibig sabihin nun, mas marami yung solute on the other solution. Just like what you can see dito sa ating example. Kung makikita nyo sa first example on this part, you can see na normal ang water level. Ngayon, meron tayong tinatawag na semi-permeable membrane dito. Yung isang part lang ng solution na pwedeng dumaan, which is the water, pwede siyang labas-pasok dyan. Pero for solutes, hindi yan pwedeng, kung saan mo nilagyan yung isang solute, dun lang siya mag-i-stay sa which side ba. For example, in this next phase, ang ginawa natin, naglagay tayo ng solute on the left side. Okay? Yung sugar na yan, mag-i-stay lang siya on the left side. It cannot pass through to the right. Water lang ang pwedeng dumaan dito. Okay? As you notice in this next part, makikita mo na mas tumaas po yung left side compared dito sa right side. It is because ang flow ng water is from higher concentration of water to lower concentration. Since mas marami kasi yung solute ngayon dito, mababa na ang tubig, na-detect yan ng right side na water. Therefore, mag-flow siya lahat dito. Now, in order for us to stop this flow, which basically the pressure na kinikreate ng water, kaya nga siya tinawag na osmotic pressure, okay, gagawa ka ng stopper dyan. Siyempre, that stopper would be the same amount of pressure na required para i-push down or at the least mag-diffuse ulit siya pabalik dito. So, para maging equal ulit or tinatawag natin na equilibrium. Okay? Yan lang naman siya. So, basically, ang tinitingnan sa osmotic pressure is the minimum pressure required to stop the net inward flow. The net inward flow dito. Okay? And that of inward flow of water across a semi-permeable membrane. Ito yung semi-permeable membrane from a less concentrated to a more concentrated one. Ang dinidetermine natin dito kasi is kung sino ang may pinaka higher amount of solute pa din. Since kung makikita mo, mas marami yung solute na present on the left side. Therefore, lahat ng tubig nag-flow siya to the left side. Ganun lang. Now, how do we calculate for the osmotic pressure po ng mga solution natin, sir? Well, there is a formula for this. The formula is pi is equals to I m RT. The pi represents the pressure. Okay? And I represents Van't Hoff factor. M represents the molarity. R represents the ideal gas constant. If you still remember the R, no, that would be 0.0821 na ideal gas constant. Liter by atmosphere over mole by Kelvin. And then temperature, ang temperature natin must be in Kelvin. Ayun lang naman. So, those are the things that you need to remember when solving for an osmotic pressure or identifying the amount of pressure required to stop an inward flow. Ganun lang. For pressure, it must be in atmosphere. Okay? So, if there's a given amount of pressure dyan sa inyong formula, then kailangan siyang convert in atmosphere. Okay? So, anyway, let's have a sample problem where we can solve an osmotic pressure of a solution. Okay. So, in this problem, what is the osmotic pressure daw ng isang solution that is prepared by dissolving an 11.7 grams of sodium chloride sa isang water na 250 ml. 250 ml of the Sol-N. Okay? Ayan. So, ano daw yung magiging osmotic pressure niya at 37 degrees Celsius? Okay? So, all you have to remember here is the formula for an osmotic pressure. Remember that the formula is pi is equals to I m R T. So, hanapin nga muna natin what is the I. The I represents the Van't Hoff factor. Now, si Van't Hoff factor, kung maalala nyo, it is dependent whether the solute would be electrolyte or non-electrolyte. Pero kung electrolyte siya, you have to count the total number of ions only if it is completely dissociated. Pero if it is partially dissociated, you have to calculate using the, well, for weak electrolyte, which is 1 plus A multiplied by N minus 1. Pero since assume natin na completely dissociated daw yung sodium chloride, therefore, we have to assume na 100% ng NaCl is dissociated kapag binabad natin siya dun sa tubig. And knowing that NaCl decomposes into Na positive plus chlorine negative charge, the I would be equals to 2. I is equals to 2. Okay? Now, since alam na natin kung ano yung I, let us proceed with the M. For M, it represents the molarity. Molarity is, to get the molarity, you need the mole of solute divided by liters of Sol-N. Okay? So, meron na tayong formula ng ating molarity. Now, the problem is, we have to get first the mole of solute to get the molarity. Okay? So, feel free to pause the video so that you can follow the formula. Okay? So, get the mole of solute first. Kunin natin ang mole of NaCl. That would be the given amount, 11.7 grams of NaCl divided by the molar mass, which is 58 grams per mole ng NaCl. So, the mole of solute is 11.7 divided by 58 grams. That's going to be 0.20 or 0.2. Pwede rin. So, molarity is equals to 0.20 divided by 0.25. Mole of solute divided by 0.25 liters of Sol-N. Saan po nanggaling yung 0.25? That was indicated in the question, which is the 250 ml of solution. So, meron na tayong molarity, which is, the molarity is equals to 0.20 divided by 0.25. That's going to be 0.8 mole over liters. Okay? So, since meron na tayong molarity, we can now multiply it with ideal gas. Remember that R is equals to 0.0821 liters by atmosphere divided by mole by Kelvin. Yan yung unit ng ating ideal gas. And now, for temperature, the temperature it says here that we are at 37 degrees Celsius. Pero, kailangan natin siya in Kelvin. So, you have to add 273.15. So, 37 plus 273.15, we now have a 310.15 Kelvin, degrees Kelvin. O, meron na tayong IMRT. So, therefore, all you have to do is substitute it using the formula. Pi is equals to I, the I is 2, or the Van't Hoff factor is 2, multiplied by M, the molarity, which is 0.8 mole per liter, multiplied by the ideal gas constant, which is R, 0.0821 liters by atmosphere, multiplied by mole by Kelvin, over mole by Kelvin, multiplied by the 310.15 degrees Kelvin. So, cancel natin lahat ng units sa pare-pareho. Molarity, mole, liters, tanggal na yan. Kelvin. So, ang matitira is the unit of atmosphere. Okay? Therefore, the answer is 2 times 0.8 times 0.0821 multiplied by 310.15. So, we have a vapor pressure. We have an osmotic pressure that is equivalent to 40.74 atmosphere. That is now our osmotic pressure. Okay? That is osmotic pressure na meron sa ating solution na asin tsaka tubig. And that's just about it for our colligative property in osmotic pressure.